Welcome back, everyone. I am super excited to finally get to talk about the steps in building an MVP. But before we do that, let's do a quick discussion around the last video. So, looking at the keys to success on the companies we've reviewed on the previous MVP video, let's take about 2 to 3 minutes and have a quick discussion um, about what are some of the commonality of the successful company's MVP. All right, here we go. Here are the steps to building an MVP. We will dissect this in the next few slides, but first is to define the problem, find a test audience, find the simplest solution, build, measure, and learn. Then last but not least is to pivot or persevere. Now, the first step of building a successful MVP is having a clear understanding of what the problem your business idea is solving. It's crucial to put ourselves in the customer's shoes and ask, why do I need this product? And how can it help me? Let's keep in mind that it's not about building a product that we want to build, but rather building the product that people need. Then, second is to find a test audience. With the problem in front of mind, it's time to start identifying the future customers of our product, and these are early adapters that would potentially use our products um, at an early stage. And this could be a specific segment of the market or just a really small sample set audience. Next is to find the simplest solution. When the definition of the problem is already very clear, creating a list or a matrix of the functionality and features that we want to put together is really crucial. It's important to categorize all of them into three categories. The first one is must have, the second one is nice to have, and last but not the least is won't have. Then, when we strip this off and cut down to the core, which is the smallest, simplest version of the product that can deliver the best value in solving the problem at hand. Now, beware, because this will not be an easy task. When we face this difficulty, it's really important we ask ourselves, what is the core? What's the most important feature my user will benefit from? This will help avoid falling in the trap of creating a more complete, more robust product that no one cares about. Okay, the next step is to build, measure, and learn. So remember, before this point, we have already mapped out our MVP by defining the problem, identifying a test audience, and we've already identified the simplest solution. Now, we are ready for our development loop of build, measure, and learn. For this part in the MVP process, we need to remind ourselves that we are not thinking about the end product. The aim is not yet to generate exponential revenue, and we are not yet scaling the business, but rather maximizing our learning. So let's dissect this. The first phase here is to develop a user base. This is where we find a sample data of early adopters who are likely to buy the early version of our product as soon as it launches. The second phase is collecting usage data. In this part, we're monitoring and measuring the results of what we've obtained from the user base. When we measure, we do three key things, and these include first, data analysis, second, data organization, where we organize the data in a way that's easy to be understood, and last but not the least is data presentation. The third phase is to learn from the data collected. This is where we learn from the feedback given by the users. This is also where insights are very valuable. At this stage, we need to ask questions such as, what was the outcome compared to our assumptions? Is there enough interest of the product to continue developing? Does the data show that it's something sustainable? Then lastly is to update the product after we receive the feedback. Now, I want to point out one thing. It's very important that we note that during the learn phase, this is where we're already equipped to make a good evidence-based decision about what is the next step to take, which leads me to the last step in building an MVP, and that is to pivot or persevere. Persevere is where our hypothesis was correct or is correct, and the data shows and reaffirms us that we are heading in the right path. This is where we decide to press on the same goal and repeat the same loop to continually improve and refine our idea. However, sometimes insights and data are very painful, and it tells us that we need to pivot because our assumptions are incorrect. But the good thing is that even if we have to pivot, we have gained valuable knowledge of what doesn't work. And in the pivot area, this is where we either reset or we course correct, then we repeat the same loop with a new hypothesis. All right, that ends this part of MVP. I do hope that this will help everyone put together their MPP, and good luck for your new startup venture. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.